Okay, I have to explain. The reason I have to do that is because I'm deaf in my right ear, and I have to switch them so that I can hear you and my left ear to make sure they're loud.
Okay. It did switch ears.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Here we are on the Mad Dogcast before our. That's the best name we could come up with so far. It seems to have stuck. I don't know.
Yeah, it does. Dogcast.
Yeah,
it's good.
And I'm your host, Billy Joe, and I've got here with me. I can't remember your last name.
Matthew Vasquez.
You say Vasquez?
I know. That. Yeah, a lot of people.
See, I've lived in California. I know a lot of Vasquezes.
Yeah, everyone brings that up with me. It's just because since primary school, that's been like put in my brain.
Because people couldn't say your name properly.
Yeah, so they say Vasquez. I'm like, okay, cool, that's my name now.
All the Vasquezes I know were gangbangers. Yeah. They were fucking terrifying dudes that wore bandanas on their wrists and shit. And how are you, Matt?
I'm good. Yeah.
Mike did say that you did a bit a while back about Matt versus Matthew. What's the go with that?
Yeah, that was ages. That's when I was first starting out.
Yeah. You don't have to. You don't have to do the bit.
Yeah, I can't remember.
You don't have to I was just wondering. Do you
the
prefer Matt or Matthew?
I prefer Matthew because like everyone goes by Matt.
Yeah,
so if everyone goes by Matt, if you call me Matthew, you know who you're talking about.
Why don't you go by Few?
That's just, I don't know.
It's fucking dumb.
It is dumb. It is dumb.
So how long have you been doing comedy?
Okay. I first did it when I was 17.
Yep.
17 and a half, and then did like 6 gigs that entire year.
And what are you like now? Now you're 19, something like that.
Now I'm 20, turning 21.
Oh, fuck. I was trying to kid because you look so young, and you were right.
Yeah, I do look so young.
Damn it. It's because you are.
Yeah. So
that's cool.
I know. So I've been doing it for like 2.5 years.
Yeah.
Like every week.
Yeah.
So
I witnessed an event here a few weeks ago. No, maybe a month or so ago.
Was it the lady?
Yeah.
Oh, it was that.
How was that for you? Because you handled that admirably.
I don't like being mean to like people in the crowd. We're fucked up. I don't like being mean
to
them.
You can swear on this podcast.
Okay. Yeah. I don't like being mean to people. Even though like sometimes I am when I do crowd work.
Well, hang on. First tell the people what actually happened.
Okay. Essentially this lady from the back, she just kept saying hi.
She was enjoying you.
Yeah,
I will say that.
She was smiling.
Definitely enjoying you.
But she just kept saying hi really quietly. And then like kind of got louder and louder.
Yeah.
And
hi.
Then, hi. Yeah, it was that. And then I just said hey. And I tried to do my bit.
That was your mistake. You acknowledged her.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely your mistake.
I told you I felt bad. I don't like being mean to people. Yeah.
You did well because I bring this up on every single podcast that there have been 2 attempted stabbings here, apparently. I've missed both of them, unfortunately.
Yeah, me too.
I'm always hopeful. But how did you get into comedy?
I just saw somebody I didn't like, and then I was like, I can do it better.
Who was it, do you mind?
I don't know.
You don't want to say?
Yeah,
okay.
I don't remember. Well, I remember it was like, you're on stage, that means people think you're funny, but I don't think you're funny.
So the way I got into it was I went and saw Jake Budge at his first ever night. And I sat in the crowd going, I'm funnier than this.
Yeah.
And then I did my first night about 2 weeks later, and I was like, oh, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm really not funnier than those people. This shit's hard.
It is hard. It is hard. So after I just saw that, but that was when I was like 16. So it was in my brain for like a year and a half.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'll just do it.
And now I've heard one of your bits where you describe kind of your upbringing and that.
Which one is that? Is that the public housing bit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, where did you grow up?
I grew up in Carlton.
Yeah.
So it's really, really nice.
Yeah.
It's lovely, but there's 2 public like commission flat blocks.
Okay.
And then everything's sort of just little blocks, so that it's slowly like there's a primary school next to the block, so everyone from the block goes to that primary school.
Yeah.
But I was in the other block without the primary school, so I could go to a really nice primary school. So but it's a weird environment growing up in because you're.
So I used to hang out with when I was in my 20s. I used to hang out with a lot of people in that area, so I know the area you're talking about really. I mostly bought drugs there. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I know.
So
yeah.
I'm probably one of the people in the laundromat.
I wouldn't be surprised. So it was just. Yeah, so it was like weird. You only hung out with people in that area, and not like over that.
Yeah.
Not people who didn't live in public housing. So,
yeah, exactly. And what? How long have you been doing Mad Dog? I mean, probably since you started. Or?
Yeah, since I started. But I have a nice relationship with Mad Dog. It's because I live right near the Wild, which was in Fitzroy. So I used to go there, and then like when I was starting out, I used to go there, and I was too scared to like talk to anybody. So sometimes I'll just go there, sign up, and I forgot to ask when I was on. And sometimes they didn't put me on.
Oh, no.
So I just waited there for like 3.5 hours.
Oh, you are for a comedian. You are excessively polite. I've noticed that.
Thank you.
Especially with hecklers.
So I didn't want. So I just waited around until like the very end. I do that so often. Then I realized I could do another gig right now. I could do Mad Dog, and because there's a 402 bus that connects Fitzroy to Footscray. So I went to the Wild, signed up.
Yep.
Caught the bus, ran to the bus, helped from the bus, caught it from the first stop to the last stop, ran here, begged to be on early. Because the last bus was at 9:30, then I missed the 9:30 bus. I didn't have enough time to go back to Wild, so I begged to be on early, then caught the bus back and did that
Here's
every
a tip,
Tuesday.
right? Here's a tip. If you want to be on early here, turn up early and just set the chairs up, and then Mike feels bad because he considers you staff, and then you just get to go on whenever you want. Or do a podcast, and then you can do whatever the fuck you want, even if you're not funny.
So I just did that nearly every week for an entire year.
Yeah.
So I did 2 gigs nearly every, So it was a lot.
Are you one of these comedians that counts how many gigs you've done? Do you know how many you've done?
I started just counting this year. But I've done a lot.
I started when I started doing comedy. I started counting my gigs. I got up to 4, and then I just lost count.
I got up to 20, then I lost count.
Yeah.
But I've been counting this year, and I'm on 109.
Jeez.
No, I haven't updated it. I should be on 112 right now.
Wow, that's a lot of gigs.
So,
And what's coming up for you in comedy? Have you got anything big coming up you want to plug? I mean, no one listens to this, but go for it. I mean, you're welcome to plug shows or.
I'm going to win Raw next year.
Yeah, I'm thinking of going in it next year. I've entered it twice and I've never turned up for my spot. Not because I'm scared. I just keep forgetting. I'm like, oh yeah, I was going to do that thing.
So I'm going to win it next year.
Yeah. Have you done it before?
Yeah.
What's it like?
It's probably one of the best gigs you can do.
And do you do it in front of judges and a crowd, or so there is a crowd?
Yeah.
Oh,
a huge crowd.
And because I'm from Torquay, so I probably do mine down in Geelong or maybe, but you do yours up here?
Yeah.
Where is it normally?
They only do it at 2 venues. One at the Howler in Brunswick, and that's like a huge venue.
Should I have entered already? I feel like okay.
It opens up in like November-ish.
Ah, cool.
And then the other one's at the Evelyn, which is like 3 minutes from my house.
Oh, that's cool. So I'll give you my number. Make sure you text me to tell me to to make sure I enter. Yeah. No, I don't know. I might have a go. I feel like I might be a little bit too new so far, but who knows?
Anyway, it's easily one of the best gigs you can do.
Okay, cool.
So much fun.
And you're going to be doing anything? Like, what are you going to do tonight? Something new? You're going to just bust out something? How are you going to deal with hecklers, hopefully?
This weird thing happened to me last night, so I might talk about it tonight.
Oh, cool. Yeah. All right. I'm intrigued. Yeah. I'm excited.
Stay tuned. You can't. You don't record the actual show, right?
No, I don't record the actual show. How horrible would that be? Here's something someone's working on. And now it's useless. Yeah. All good. Oh, well, it's good to talk to you, Matt. Yeah. And I look forward to seeing your story tonight.
Cool.
Cheers. Thanks.
See ya.
Bye. Mike. Just send them up. Oh, yeah, you come up, actually. Why don't you come up? You know, I've discovered that's funny is I've stopped editing these little bits out because actually there's some funny things that are quite often said in the transitions. I don't think it matters. Those are like literally about $8. I do too, but it fucks me up because I'm deaf in the one ear, so I have to switch them around half the time.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, no, I just can't pick up a set of headphones and not look to see which one's left and which one's right and put them on the right way.
Yeah.
Does that say anything about me?
It says a fair bit about you, yeah.
Okay.
I do have to say, you've completely lost your Kevin Smith look by trimming the beard and the hair.
Thank you.
Yeah. No, I love Kevin Smith.
I was never going for it.
No, you don't. You just have a bit of a Kevin Smith thing going on.
There was a time when I used to wear like a big long coat quite a lot.
Trench coat.
And I did have like long hairish at the time.
Did you have a skinny junkie friend?
Well, that's the thing. At one time at a party, I met up with this guy and we just started talking and hanging out by the bins down the side of the house.
That's perfect.
And came back in like an hour later to hear everyone was now referring to us as Jay and Silent Bob.
Oh, that's fantastic. I love it.
I can't even remember his name to this day.
Oh, he probably still misses you. I bet he's just wistfully just thinks about you as he puts his hand on the window of his bedroom, just like, oh, those were good times.
So my name is Mike Barnes. I'm sitting here with Billy Joe.
This is Mike, the CEO of the Mad Dog comedy franchise.
In this audio medium that people can't see our faces in.
That's right. Yeah, which I don't know why I'm nodding.
Yeah, no, I haven't edited last week's podcast. Like,
We'll do a double header.
At the point we're recording this, last week's has not gone anywhere.
No.
Because all it is just sitting on the recorder.
Yeah.
Because I've been sick. Now, when you listen to it, you'll find that I have addressed a great many comments to Billy, who's editing.
Okay. Well, that should be to Billy, who says he edits but never does.
Yeah. But I mean, I've just addressed a lot of things to Billy. I've had little conversations with, like we've involved you in the podcast when you weren't here.
Now I'm really excited to listen to that one.
Don't be, because I don't think I'm a really good interviewer. As soon as I started doing that bit, I realised I was committed to it, and also that I didn't want to be anymore.
You couldn't back out.
No.
Yeah, maybe you don't have ADHD, because I'm always willing to back out on anything at the last minute. I'm like, nah, fuck this, I'm out. How are you feeling? You've been unwell.
I have been, and I'm feeling better. I just have this propensity. This is why I just asked Caili to do timekeeping and light flashing for the night tonight.
I feel like she's a bit more lenient than you, too.
Yeah, probably. Well, yeah, but don't cross her.
No, I won't cross her, because she can kick my ass.
Yeah.
We've had this conversation before.
No, I asked her to take over because I'm feeling a lot better in general, but at the same time, I still have this annoying propensity to burst into coughing fits at the drop of a hat.
Yeah, right.
And I think if that happens during the course of the night, I should probably leave the room.
Or just embrace it and just stand there with the mic, just be like...
Just take that as criticism. Instead of flashing lights, I'm just going to come and cough in your face.
I'll cough in your mouth to give you a virus.
There might be some OH&S regulations that we've been breach of there. Yeah.
Hang on, I just realised I haven't had dinner. I better order a pizza, otherwise I'm going to be hypoglycemic.
I did that.
Hang on a sec.
Billy's going for the margarita, if that didn't come across well enough on the mic.
We've got it. Yeah, I've just ordered a margarita pizza. I'm ordering my girlfriend around like she's my wench, but you're so not my wench. I'm sorry, babe. You can't call someone who has a PhD your wench when you work for $38,000.
Oh no, I've known people with PhDs who embrace the wench.
Yeah, she could have me killed.
But the thing is, it's entirely up to her.
That's true. That is true. Yeah. No, she's a good woman.
No, that's the thing. I'm also on. I empathise quite a bit because I'm also a low-income partner of a highly qualified and very talented and skilled woman.
Oh, what does your skilled woman do?
Well, at the moment, she's working as a business analyst for La Trobe University.
Oh, wow. That's fucking cool.
Yeah, but she's also qualified life coach, and she's got background in psychology, and
she's going to be handy when you finally get diagnosed with ADHD.
Oh yeah, yeah, and she's
another show that's yet to come.
She's qualified masseuse and things, and she's just got all these skills.
How, on a scale of 1 to amazing, how far do you think you are punching above your weight? Because I am so. I wake up daily and I'm like, yeah, this feels like a trick.
Yeah, no, the same.
I must be being pranked.
The same. I've just been living in slovenly little houses and so forth. She owns property.
Well, so does, yeah.
Two. We got two houses, and it's this is just this world I never expected to be exposed to.
I used to do a joke about how my girlfriend and I are both on 6-figure incomes. Just mine the first 3 figures are zeros.
That's a good one. That's one of the things I wish I thought of.
The other one I do is that she's got PhD after her name. If you Google my name, the only thing that might come up is HPV.
Oh, well, look, really good. I don't want to be dismissive of your really good joke there, but no,
a lot of people think I mean human-powered vehicle. Which doesn't work.
No. I just want to digress and say I occasionally try googling myself, but because I have such a mundane name,
there'd be a lot of Mike Barnes.
I find I'm on page 7. The first thing that's actually me is page 7, because there's a US senator who's Mike Barnes. There's some doctor. There's been football players. There's been the character Mike Barnes from Karate Kid 2 ranks higher than me.
So when I first met Mel, her mum Googled me. Now, if you Google Billy Joe Shrewsbury, there is exactly one of us. But the problem is, I've done some cool things in my life. They're not the first things that come up. No, cough into the mic. The cool things that I've done are not the first things that come up. So the first thing that Mel's mum said to her was, do you know he's had a vasectomy? Because I did a whole podcast about my vasectomy.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, no, that's not a bad thing. I mean, no, the first stuff that comes up at me is like your really dull, IT technical stuff, and like because I've written blog posts and articles about shit, and and that's what comes up first for me. That's the first things of relevance to me that come up, but they're not mainstream enough to outrank a US senator.
No, I feel that's okay. I don't feel like that's a bad thing.
Oh, I don't think it was. I don't think it was necessarily a bad thing. It's just that I've just kind of accepted that I'm not.
I just got served a beer by a scientist. I love pointing that out.
Well, I've also got an RSA now.
A what? Responsible serving. I was like, the split second I heard that before I figured out what it was, I was going to say you can probably get a vaccination or a shot for it. But responsible serving alcohol certificate.
Responsible service of alcohol.
Right.
So I'm qualified. I'm legally allowed to stand behind a bar.
Which is, so what you do is you get that and then you stand behind the bar and just feed alcohol to drunk people.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
It's one of the few qualifications
Unless anyone from the Liquor Licensing Board is listening to this podcast, in which case, no.
No. Yes, that's right. I used to do a whole bit about the one time I took mushrooms. I used to start with, this didn't happen. This is a fictitious story. I don't know where to get mushrooms. But the last time I did a bunch of mushrooms...
I need those kind of disclaimers in so many little stories.
Well, you have a real job, so that's.
Yeah, only 1 day a week now. It's like
You only work 1 day a week.
My hours were reduced earlier this year to 1 day. No, I saw
a bit of that going around.
They downsized a lot of the company. I found it kind of flattering that they didn't just dump me. That they still want me. They kept me as much as they could.
Yeah.
It's the bare minimum of keeping me.
Yeah. Well, hey, if you've got a bit more free time, we need to do the Mike and Billy Show podcast. I feel like we could do that on a Wednesday every week.
Well, I need you on Pretty Grouse.
I want to be on Pretty Grouse just because I grew up in Wanturna and everything over there was pretty fucking grouse.
Oh, look, I have a massive love for the word grouse, which I'll go into if we do that podcast.
Let's definitely do that there.
Let's do that.
Who, out of this motley crew here, do you think we should
I want to hear from David McDonald, actually.
Let's definitely talk to David McDonald. David McDonald?
Dave.
David McDonald. Dave?
David.
Dave.
Jake. Get Dave.
Let's talk to David McDonald.
Do you want to come and talk on the podcast, Dave?
I didn't just kick you off there, Mike. I just realised we're running out of time. So, and I felt like we were going to stray into territory that we wanted to do on your podcast. So, hi, David. I'm Billy.
Hey, Billy, how are you?
I'm very good. I've seen you around. You're a real comedian, aren't you?
Well, hopefully we'll be soon.
Okay. Wait, why soon? What's happening soon?
Well, comedy's obviously a long apprenticeship, and this month or next month marks my 3 years.
3 years?
In comedy, and
nice.
They say it's sort of like a 5-year apprenticeship. Now they tell me it's 10. The longer you do, the further away they make the apprenticeship.
I also have been doing it for about 3 years, but if you're going to talk about it like a job, for the first 2.5, I only turned up 1 day every 4 months.
Oh, no. Yeah, that's the other thing about the apprenticeship is you got to do 3 or 4 days a week.
Yeah,
I've heard
it's like going to AA. You got to do 90 and 90 kind of thing.
Yeah, totally. It's like AA, but it's real.
Yeah. And you can drink.
That's it.
Yeah, you can still tell the same story over and over again, but you're allowed to be pissed.
Yeah. So it's just way better than AA.
Yeah.
You don't have to accept the Lord Jesus as your Lord and Saviour.
I know, and they pretend. They Trojan horse that shit in on you. They're like, oh, no, it can be a God of your own. And it's like, no, it's Jesus. It's like, really? This is the best plan you have to get me off alcohol? Because losing my family and job and car didn't stop me. Why do you think the fucking Bible's going to stop me?
I'll just, put anything in there. Put gambling or any other addiction. That's what it is. They'll just, you're addicted to alcohol. Come and be addicted to Jesus instead.
Oh, that's right. I had an AA sponsor who said to me, he goes, it's like being in a basement and there's a pipe and it's got a hole in it. And so you cover the hole with your hand and another hole pops out. Now you cover that with your other hand and then another one pops out. You start running out of things to cover. It's like fucking booze, porn, fucking gambling.
Yep.
People like us might be better off just drinking.
Yeah, definitely.
How did you get into comedy?
It took me a long time. I can remember watching Seinfeld in the 90s and walking around like I was a comedian and talking about bits.
But doing his bits?
No,
I used to do that.
No, I've got a bit on this or I've got a bit on that. And that was terminology that you learnt on Seinfeld. I'm going, I've got a good 2 minutes on this. But never actually performing or thinking I ever would. Because I think for me, I thought that you had to be, as good as Seinfeld from the first gig. I didn't realise it was a 5 or 10 year apprenticeship.
Well, if you've been here a few times, you know that clearly you don't have to be that good.
No. So then I think I made the decision to, and it still took me like 18 months of writing. And
where was your first gig? Do you remember much about your first gig?
Yeah, I did the Imperial open mic on a Wednesday night.
Okay. Yeah, I'm yet to do that one. But.
And it was so good. And there's like 70 people in there. And I'd been going to the workshop at the Comics Lounge for like 6 weeks before I got up.
Yeah, right.
And they said, the most important thing to do is to know your material because people get nervous and forget it under the spotlight. And so I practiced my set word for word, the 5-minute set, 20, 30 times before I went on stage. I could, recite it in my sleep. I was like a robot. But most of the, punchlines hit. And
so your first one was a good one?
Yeah, I had like 3 good ones and then a crap one. Yep.
I feel like it's a lot like when you start having sex. If your first one's a good one, you kind of like, oh no, I can do this, and you can handle the couple of bad ones that come up.
Definitely.
My first one, I went and saw, Jake Budge, obviously.
Yep.
I went and saw him on his first ever, and he killed. Although for the first 45 seconds his mic wasn't on, and he was just mumbling in silence. And the MC ran out and switched it on, and all you heard was, "So that wasn't great," and everyone lost their shit. And Geelong has loved him ever since.
Yeah,
then.
That's great.
But there were a couple of other people on that night, and I was like, I think I can do this.
Yeah.
And one of them was Lana Schwartz. I'm sure you know Lana. Yeah. And I spoke to her afterwards, and she encouraged me. She's like, "Oh no, you should totally try." And she put me in touch with Clay, who used to run the Butterfly Club.
Yep.
And I thought, okay, I'll work my way up to this in a couple of months. He literally texted me and the next day, and he goes, "I've got a spot tonight. Do you want to do it?" I was like, okay. Drove up and did a joke about fucking rodeos to a bunch of 19-year-old hipsters, and they were like blank, like fucking crickets. But then a couple of other things I did kind of hit, and I was like, oh no, I really want to do this.
It's funny, in the lead up to my first gig, I just wanted to do one gig. I didn't realise that you have to just keep going afterwards.
But did you also find, like, I was instantly completely addicted to it?
Oh yeah, totally.
Like, had to do it more.
Totally. It's funny though, because I don't know how long it would have taken me, but a couple of girls did the workshop with me.
Yeah.
And I ran into them after a workshop, and they said, "We're going tomorrow night. You're coming too." And I'm like, I would have waited another month before my first gig and tried to be Jerry Seinfeld before I got on stage, but they... I think it's good to like prepare for like a month for your first gig. But,
I feel like I was
to
writing
give yourself a
jokes for
chance.
years, but I never actually thought I was going to do it.
Yeah, me too.
Because I just thought I wasn't going to be good enough. And then after I saw a live show where there were new comedians, I was like, you don't have to make everyone laugh for the whole 5 minutes.
Yeah, I didn't realise that. I never saw any open mic gigs. I only ever saw good ones.
Yeah.
So that's what kept me away. I'm like, I'm never going to be that good. So I thought I'd write for other people.
That's a cool idea. You're like, I'll find someone funny and make them funnier. Yeah. I've heard about the workshop, and I was always like, I don't need anyone to tell me how to write jokes. And now I'm like, oh, fuck, I should definitely have gone there.
Well, now it's gone.
Yeah, something worked.
Yeah, there was a few people like Dave O'Neill and Brad Oakes that gave really good advice.
Yep.
Edit and get to the punchline faster, and just be mindful of your audience and stuff like that.
This is a bit of a fanboy kind of question that I ask, but it seems to me that I'm just figuring this out. I'm very new, but it seems to me there's a couple of different styles that I've noticed that seem to be the two. If there's two streams, there's your storytellers and your joke tellers.
Yep.
Where would you?
I'm definitely a joke teller at the moment.
Yeah.
I think I want to get to be able to be a storyteller.
Yeah.
But I'm a joke teller. I think if you do stories, it's way harder.
I think if you're going to do stories, you have to be someone who's naturally funny anyway.
Yeah.
Whereas a joke writer can just be someone who's great at writing jokes, and they can be boring as shit in their real life.
There's this thing about laughs per minute, and if you want to keep an audience happy, you want to have your 3 laughs per minute.
Yeah.
And if you tell a 2-minute story and then the punchline doesn't land,
you're fucked.
You're 6 laughs behind the person who's doing their.
I don't know if
every
you've seen
20
it.
seconds.
Have you seen Dave Cross's new special?
No.
Recent one. He goes.
So that's on Netflix.
It's on Netflix. what's it called? Make America Great Again or something like that. He goes a long time between laughs. Like really, you're almost sitting there like, I start to get anxious. Like I'm like, please let this be funny because otherwise I'm going to feel bad for him. And then it just brings it down. It's like, that is a fucking art form. He's like a ninja with that.
Yeah, but he's got that ability because he's on. He's got a special.
Yeah.
But if you're in a room where no one knows you,
which is every room for me,
they don't trust you. You've got to win their trust.
Yeah.
So you got to make them laugh 3 times in the first minute, and then they'll give you the ability to give them another 4 minutes. But if you don't make them laugh in the first minute, it's very hard to win an audience over.
For sure.
It's a trust thing.
And is this a career thing for you?
Oh, I'd love it. I'd love it to be. It's not at the moment, but
so you have a real job as well.
Oh yeah, I have a real job. Unfortunately, but look, I think the best way to aim for comedy is to try and be the best comedian you can, and the only way to do that is to perform 3, 4, 5 times a week for 5 years, and I'm 3 years in, so another couple of years, and I think I could do corporates. I can probably do corporates now if they're happy with blue material.
I'm the same. I was like, I'll try to be clean, and then I was like, oh, I'm not funny when I'm clean.
Oh, look, I've got enough clean stuff.
Yeah.
I could probably do half an hour of clean, maybe 25.
But I find, if you're the sort of person that is clean in everyday life, and you're funny, then it's not a problem. But I was a truck driver, and, warehouse. I worked in warehouses. It's just, F-bombs and stuff just are part of the language.
Yeah, inappropriate.
So I can't pull them out.
No, inappropriate stuff appeals to me. That's what makes me laugh as well.
Oh, God, me too.
Yeah, so...
I love saying the worst thing I can just to see if I can get away with it.
That's it.
And then Sam. We should get Sam as well. Yeah, have we got time? What's the time? Have we got time? Oh, fuck yeah, we got plenty of time. No, you don't have to rush me. But I also have no concept of time, so feel free to step in and go, Billy, shut up. Do you love this off-mic stuff that's happening on a podcast?
It's on mic because it's mic.
And it's off mic. Mike's off mic. That's what we should call it. Mike's off-mic podcast.
That's it.
No, I don't edit. I'm like, that's still funny. I just lower my standards for what I think is funny so I don't have to edit shit out.
That's awesome.
And how many, you've done this room a few times? I know I've seen you here at least once.
Probably 30 times, I would say, over the years. Yeah.
This room's a little bit different than most of the other rooms, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a really great tryout room.
Yeah. It's usually very supportive, but I've seen nights where it hasn't been.
I've actually had one night I did 2 sets here.
Did they just accidentally write your name down twice?
No, I think we ran through all the comedians. We had like 10 comedians on the night. And then
I've never seen that happen.
This is like 18 months ago.
Yeah.
And then a bunch of American tourists came and watched the last act, or maybe last 2. And I'm going, well, they haven't really got their money's worth. And I'd just done 6 minutes of new material. Yeah. So then I jumped up again and did my best 5 minutes at the time to give them their value, even though they're not paying anything. But they'd only seen one comedian, and then the show was over. So I thought, why don't I jump up again and give them something, some reason to enjoy the show. So,
well, fresh ears are always nice because this room is quite often a lot of comedians in the room. So when someone that happened to me at Beeves Bar in Geelong with Jake actually. Yeah. It was a night for Evan Hocking. Actually, was testing his festival show. Yeah, and then it ended. And then, 15 people walked in and sat at a table, and Jake and I were like, should we go back up? And we both went up and did 10 minutes.
It's a very unusual thing to do 2 different sets in the one show.
It almost never happens. No. And actually, it was funny because I had been doing this set over and over, and I was really working on it and honing it. And then these people walked in, and I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to tell the story about my knee surgery. And I had no idea what I was going to say. I just literally told the story because I feel like it's kind of a funny story. Yeah. And it killed. And I was like, shit, maybe I should just not pressure myself to rehearse shit so much.
Yeah. They could throw you, though, that one.
yeah, definitely.
The one time it works. And they go in the other direction and go, maybe I should actually edit and practice.
I love. This is one of my favourite questions. It's a bit of a cliche question, too, but I ask a lot of people because it's had hilarious answers. Do you have a joke that you are so convinced is funny, but you just haven't got it right yet? It's just been dying in the ass for you.
There's been a few.
You don't have to burn it here, obviously, but
there's been a few. Yeah. Definitely. People say, I'll try 3 or 4 times, but I'll hang on to a joke way longer than that. Especially at open mics.
Because you'll have faith. You're like, I know, I find this hilarious. Why isn't anyone else? And it's got to be something about how I'm delivering it. Or something.
But if you're a good enough comedian, you'll eventually get the timing right, you'll eventually get...
see, now you're depressing me. Cause I'm
No. It's just... You'll say it in a different way. You'll find something funny about it on stage. And you'll get it to work. I'm sure Chris Rock could use any of our jokes and turn it into something amazing. So
absolutely.
The problem is in the way you're looking at it and the way we're looking at it, isn't it?
I look at some comedians. You look at like Louis C.K. is a classic example, and Bill Burr to a degree. Like I love them. I mean, they're the best.
The best in the world. Yep.
But you watch a lot of the stuff that they say, and if I said it, there's nothing funny there.
Yeah.
There's the way they just deliver it, and you go, how did he just do that?
Yeah.
It's literally like a ninja skill.
Oh yeah, totally. And that is, well, Louis C.K. is the one that says comedy's a 30-year apprenticeship.
Oh, God.
Because he's been doing it 30 years now.
I'll be 75.
And that's why he's so good. But I think 20 years in, he became amazing.
Oh, yeah. Well, and then there's Bill Burr, who could literally sit there and read the phone book and you'd be in stitches.
Yeah, especially if he was angry about it.
Well, he's angry about everything, so that's easy.
I'm angry about the phone book.
Caili's giving us dirty looks. I think I'm going to have to kick you off.
All right.
Lovely to meet
Thanks,
you,
Billy.
and I look forward to seeing you on the show tonight.
Cheers, mate. Have a good one.
Hi, Caili. Nah, you don't have... I actually want to interview you while you're busting for the toilet. I feel that this is going to be funny. Yeah, I'll be like, are you wriggling? There you go. I think we're still going. I'm half anticipating that we're going to run out of memory here tonight, but...
Not while I'm talking, of course, because that's the most important conversation.
Yeah, no, of course. So you posted something on Facebook a couple of weeks ago. It was an article a woman wrote about how male comics aren't funny.
It was, yes.
I read it.
Was.
I enjoyed that.
It was really interesting.
It was. And have you seen, what's her name, Bonnie McFarlane's documentary, Women Aren't Funny?
No.
Okay, it's on iTunes.
Yep.
It's well worth watching. So her husband is Rich Voss.
Okay. Yep.
New York comedian, and she's Bonnie McFarlane. She's fucking hilarious.
Yep.
Well worth watching.
Okay.
Because it was like her rebuttal to the Christopher Hitchens article, Women Aren't Funny, blah, 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 blah.
Oh, Hitchens was so nice.
Well, he
likes his women barefooting in the kitchen.
Well, Hitchens, I actually love Christopher Hitchens, and I don't disagree with everything in that article.
Yeah.
But the thing that I think him and Adam Carolla were both misquoted in a way, Adam Carolla in particular, because he was quoted as going, women comedians aren't funny. What the question was in the interview was, who's funnier, men and women? And he said men, but he wasn't saying women aren't funny. He just said, on the whole, I personally find men funnier, which, it's neither here nor there. I actually find
you're right.
Definitely some fucking hilarious women out there.
Casual sexism absolutely is neither here nor there. You're right. Let's just brush it off.
No, I don't think he was... Well, no, you're right. He was being casually sexist.
He was being casually sexist.
Yeah. But, I mean, I just find it an interesting discussion.
And the only reason I ever... pointless discussion.
It is pointless. It is completely
pointless. So pointless. The reason that you get less female comics
is because men are dicks. That's why you get less female comics.
No, it's actually got nothing to do with men. It's got nothing to do with male comics. It's got to do with upbringing. So women are told to, little girls are told to be quiet and sit in the corner and behave and have manners and do all of these things, whereas little boys are encouraged to use their voices and their opinions are heard.
And when they play up, they're like, he's a boy.
He's just being a boy, whereas girls have got to stop arguing, sit down, don't nag, don't yell, it's not ladylike.
No, I agree.
And so
you
get, it's absolutely horseshit. Yeah. So you get a lot less women that are brave enough to go out there and do the, I want a spot, I want a gig, can I get part of it? And it just becomes this really weird thing. And what I'm really finding fascinating at the moment is there's like this, women seem to be joining comedy en masse. Which is
my fidget spinner. I literally can't sit still. I'm one of the few people that really needs a fidget spinner. If Mel and I sit down to watch a movie, she's like, "Where's your fidget spinner?" Otherwise, I'm going to talk the whole fucking way through the movie. Sorry.
No,
so carry on.
No, I think it's all part of our training. It's all part of where how we were brought up to like be quiet and not argue and not rock the boat and do all of those kind of things.
Totally stepped on your point. And I've noticed this even just locally. There's just this explosion of young female comics.
Which is amazing.
I think it's amazing.
I just love it.
Because you guys definitely see shit different than we do.
And this whole thing where there was an argument that happened kind of near me and that I may have started with with an older pro-male comic who was introducing women comics to the stage and now we have something special. We have a lady comic for you. And there was a conversation that was stating, look, we don't want that. And the crowd doesn't want that. And that's not how that works anymore. That may have happened like that 20 years ago.
But also, if he's, I'm not defending him, but if he's an older person, that may actually have been him making an effort.
He's not old enough to get away with it.
No, that's
if
not
he
true.
was
If he was
65, okay, but he's not old enough to get away with it. He's just old enough for it to be offensive. To have not wanted to learn better, you know? Anyway.
So when I introduce you as Puffcar, it's still okay then, yeah?
Puffcar is fine. Callback, nice callback.
Still one of my favourite things ever. I can't forget that story. I fucking love it.
Nice callback. I like it.
Yeah.
So what else is news?
What else is news? I've missed this show the last 2 weeks. The podcast has been... Mike did it last week and didn't publish it. So
well, that's good. I wondered where it was.
No, we're going to... I will deal with both of these. I'll do a double-header this week. I'll do a...
Double-header this week? Wow.
Yeah.
And I'll be headlining, of course.
Yeah, of course. Duh, that goes without saying. Featuring, yeah. What else? I've just been working a lot and stuff, and not doing comedy enough. And
I feel like it's a week where people have taken time off in the last kind of week or so.
I haven't taken time off. I've just been involved in my real life.
Oh, I meant comedy.
Oh, comedy. Yeah.
Which I actually refer to as my real life.
Well, I'm literally trying to push. If you look under the lens of the microscope of my life, at the moment there's all this other shit, and there's another slide right next to it with comedy, and I'm trying to slide that one in underneath. But it's very hard to parlay that in there when you go, well, there's no money coming from this.
Yeah. No.
Then again, there's very little money coming from my real job either, so fuck it.
Look, I got $50 from a gig a couple of weeks ago.
Killing it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it almost made it the whole way home, that $50. So and it was a long drive home. So
I keep, these things you see on the internet now. I think they're called GIFs or GIFs or whatever.
GIFs. I'm very much
Is
in
it
the
a GIF. I don't
know
care.
that there's
don't
discussion,
care.
but I know it's. As far as I'm concerned, it's a GIF.
I want to do one, and the title's just going to be Billy Managing Money, and it's just me standing in front of a jet engine and just throwing clouds. That's me budgeting.
That's a great idea, but question.
Yeah.
Where are you going to get the clouds of money?
Well, that's a good point. It's going to be paper that I've just written the word money on.
Yeah, I have that same problem.
Yeah.
I was going to buy a new laptop this week and start writing my show that I have all of these ideas for my festival show, and then my commissions didn't come in, so I'm not buying that this week. Maybe next week.
I'm working on my show for the next year's festival, which is called Billy Didn't Think This Through Before Organising a Show.
I think it's been done.
It probably has.
About 200 times last year.
Yeah. But I literally won't have written anything. I'll be like, wow, this is not going to be good.
I went and did Bazaar Tales, which is a storytelling night once every couple of weeks in the city at Horse Bazaar. It's a Monday night.
Yeah, I know that
And
one.
they did it, I think it's every 2 weeks.
Yep.
And it's amazing to try and work new material through.
What night, sorry?
It's a Monday night.
Oh, I can do Monday
I think it's every second Monday night.
Yeah.
So it's next week, I think.
Right.
And
I struggle with Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays because I've got a child who cock blocks my life.
Oh, bastard.
I know, selfish little prick.
But it's you get up and you've got to tell a true story. It does not have to be funny.
Okay.
And it's themed.
Right.
So I did one on independence, and I suddenly realised that I'd just written the start of my festival show on how I ended up living on Nauru for 6 months. So I'm really excited, and I've got kind of a festival show in my head. So
I'm excited to see that.
Yeah, it should be good fun.
So you're helping to run the night tonight, I believe, because Mike
apparently
is a bit poorly.
I am. Yeah, and poor Mike's not well.
I know.
So I came over to get a spot and kind of hang out briefly, and then it turns out that I'll be around for a while, so that's good fun. I'll do what I usually do and call everyone cunts. It'll be fine.
Yeah, just go. You're a pack of cunts.
Fuck you all. Go home.
Yeah. So I had another question I was just about to ask you. Now I've just gone blank on it. Look at this.
Oh, that's because your pizza's coming.
I'm going to eat pizza on a podcast.
It's crispy pizza too.
It sure is.
Yeah, they're good pizzas over
I'm also
here.
the person that edits this, so I can do whatever I want.
I've heard the last few podcasts. You don't edit. That's a lie.
I literally.
It's absolutely a lie.
I do edit out sometimes when I say too many times.
Oh, really?
I will be honest, because I realise I do it a lot. And I also hate my laugh. So sometimes I'll edit my own laugh out. It's like, oh, that doesn't sound good. I know. That's exactly what I sound like. It's like, I sound like a horse. Like it's not good.
Oh, come on, Mr. Ed. You'll be fine.
I also realised, because I record on my phone when I do stand-up.
Yep.
Because I think you should. And I realised I laugh at my own jokes way too much.
Yeah, it's that trying to keep a straight face.
I can't keep a straight face.
Yeah.
Because when I come up with a joke that I genuinely think is funny, I genuinely think it's funny.
But you've got to, do it deadpan. Not deadpan, but, straight face so you don't give away the punchline. And it's a whole big acting thing that I fucking fail at. Yeah. But it's fun.
I'm trying something totally new tonight. I'm doing short jokes.
You're not that short. I mean, you're short enough. You're shorter than me. But
I probably am.
Probably.
I wanted to do a joke about how tonight I'm going to try one-liners. The problem is my punchlines usually come 4 or 5 lines in, so this isn't going to be any good at all. It's going to be like, so this other time I was in an elevator. No, nothing?
No?
Oh, okay.
Okay. I like it. All right, we should probably roll this along.
I want to grab Sam.
Yeah, grab Sam.
Our MC for tonight.
Hang on.
He's hiding. Sam. I've interviewed Sam on this show before, but he wasn't the MC.
He is the MC tonight, so he gets pride of place. Yep. Thanks for having me.
It's lovely to have you, Caili, and I look forward to seeing you on the show tonight.
Hooray!
As I eat pizza into the mic.
All right, thank you, Caili. Oh, no, leave it there.
Sam's MCing, so. How are you, Sam?
Hello, Billy. How are you?
How's the physiotherapy going? Wait, no physiotherapy?
Yeah.
Yeah, you are too.
Don't talk about it.
No, that's all I'm going to talk about on this one. Fuck your comedy
Where have
career.
you been? You've been away.
Yeah, the last 2 weeks. 2 weeks ago, I decided to stay home and do mushrooms with my girlfriend, and then last week I had a work thing on. So.
Oh, right.
I better edit that out, shouldn't I?
How's the mushrooms?
They were great. They were really good.
I've never done them before.
Oh, I'll hook you up.
I've never done mushrooms ever. I don't want them to... do they stay in your bloodstream?
No.
I heard it's like a chemical reaction that happens in the brain. That's why you get the feeling rather than like a...
Yeah, it affects your neurotransmitters or something.
Instead of like a high or anything like that.
It's a lot like doing acid. I'm not going to lie.
Okay, I haven't done that as well, but yeah.
Wait, how old are you?
You're corrupting me right now.
I asked you this before. You're only young, aren't you?
26.
Fuck, I hate you people.
I'm old, man.
I'm 45 this year.
Yeah, we're both old. We're going to die in a couple of years. It's all right. It's all right.
If I am, it'll only be my liver rebelling against me.
Oh.
I'm eating pizza on the show because I forgot to have dinner, and if I don't, I'll be like all jittery for the show. So.
What flavour did you get?
I don't know. I think it's just like a margarita, just cheese and tomato. Pretty plain.
Okay. Yeah. Nice.
What's been going on for you?
Yeah, just working and trying to do comedy as much as I can.
You're MCing tonight?
MCing tonight.
Have you done that before?
No, this is the first time.
Ooh, are you nervous?
Very. The whole day I've been shaking.
I don't think you should shake. You're.
Every time.
I feel like there's two kinds of comedians. There's people who aren't really naturally funny, but who are great writers.
Yeah.
And then there are people who are naturally quite funny. And I've only had one real conversation with you, and it was on this podcast, and you were pretty funny. So I think you'll be fine.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I hope so.
I'm the other sort. The one I'm not really funny, and I'm a shitty joke writer. I just like the sound of my own voice.
You just need to get up there.
Yeah, I know. I need to do more. But I got to, like I just said to Caili, I've got a kid who's cock blocking my whole life.
How old is your kid?
He's nearly 12.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why I always say that. I should just say
years.
he's 11.
Yeah, nearly 12.
Like, how old are you, Billy? Well, I'm nearly 53. How old are you? 44.
You should just go to the nearest 10.
Yeah.
I'm nearly 60. Yeah.
Exactly.
No,
so you're pumped. So you're going to be MCing, and you're an MC virgin. I like that. Mike's promised me I'll get a chance to MC here fairly soon too. So
yeah,
have you got any tips for me?
No, I think you'll be really good at it. To be honest.
Thank you. Do you want a piece of pizza?
No,
you're allowed to eat pizza on this podcast. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm gonna actually buy some later as well. But
okay.
I think you'll be really good at MCing.
Oh, well, thank you.
I look forward to it. Yeah, you've got that like character of just like openness, and you'll just.
I like hearing my own voice. Yeah.
Yeah, but then like that's because I feel like I'm quiet, like, and I'm very slow at times, like Jake. But
Do you ever get the feeling someone's loitering to try and get on the podcast?
Yeah, all the time.
He wants me to draw him like his one of my French girls. I haven't seen Titanic.
You haven't?
No. I have this thing where when everyone pumps something up, I'm like, I will rather live with the expectation of what they'll think it is.
Yeah.
I'd rather live with that in my head than actually see it.
That's actually a good point.
I've never seen Avatar, never seen Titanic.
I think,
I haven't seen Two Girls, One Cup.
I haven't. I have seen that. not because I wanted to. It was like someone put a laptop in front of my face.
Oh God!
When I was not expecting it, but I think you are right about that whole. If people talk about it too much, you just don't want to. It's too much hype.
I've got an image in my head of what it's going to be like, and then when I see it, I don't want to be disappointed. Like I did see Inception.
Yeah. And
I was horribly disappointed.
Were you?
I liked it, but I feel like I'd pumped it up so much in my head.
Yeah.
And then I saw it, and I was like, that wasn't very good. Then afterwards, I thought about it, and I was like, what an arrogant prick. I couldn't have made that movie.
Yeah.
I'm like, these guys are shit.
I guess that's like everyone on the internet, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
YouTube.
Pretty much.
On the YouTube comment section. This is shit. This is shit. This is not funny. This is not working. It's like horrible. But yeah.
Just changing the topic completely.
Yeah.
If you had to pick your top 3 favorite movies of all time, what would they be?
What?
Don't think about it too much. Just whatever.
Titanic, Inception.
I'm like, fuck, I now better go see them.
Yeah. Avatar is the last one.
Yeah.
I don't know. The Invincible. Have you seen Invincible?
No. Is that the one with the guy? No, that's...
Untouchables or Invincible?
Untouchables.
I think Untouchables is my favorite. It's the guy on the wheelchair, and he's got this black guy taking... It's a French movie.
Yeah.
And
wait. No, that does ring a bell.
It's based on a book, true story as well.
This is good podcasting here. Neither of us can remember the movie you're talking
about. Yeah, it's Untouchables or Invincibles. It's one of those.
Okay.
And I don't know. That one's a good movie. I've seen that like 4 or 5 times in a matter of a couple of months when it first came out.
I default back to Dune, which I think is the greatest sci-fi movie ever made, and Flash Gordon.
I haven't seen either of those.
Both made in like 1986 or something.
Oh, right. Dune and what?
Dune. It's a Frank Herbert novel that was made by what's his name? Lynch, the director. Lynch, David Lynch.
Okay.
Made the movie. It's a sci-fi movie about a dune, a desert planet. And John Paul Gaultier did the outfits. And actually, bringing it full circle, I like to watch it on mushrooms mostly because it's a very visual movie. I'm going to have to edit all of that out, or else I'm going to get arrested.
Yes.
And then Flash Gordon, which was made around the same time, which is just a very homoerotic, hilarious. It's just a really fucking funny movie.
Oh, okay.
Lots of men in furry pants flying around with angel wings and shit.
Flash Gordon, I might watch that one.
It's so worth looking at. It's so worth watching. But get the original, which is in the early 80s, I think.
Black and wouldn't be black and white. That's like
no, it's colour. It's
colored,
definitely colour. It's definitely colour. And Queen do the whole soundtrack.
Oh, right.
It's amazing. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, Mike's taking a photo of us. Look funny. It's okay. He can edit that in post.
I'll just look really nervous.
I'm just worried everyone's going to see my fidget spinner. I can't believe these things. I've wasted my life without these things. I literally.
You actually have one now.
I have. How many fidget spinners do I have, babe? I have
Goodness.
like 12.
Right.
Well, I've got ADHD, so actually these really do help me listen.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. If we watch a movie, Mel's like, "We'll get your fidget spinner." Otherwise, I talk the whole way through the movie.
Oh my God! So they do work.
If you are afflicted with the ADHDs, yes, they definitely do help.
Okay.
Because if I try to sit still, all my attention goes into trying to sit still, and I don't hear a word you say. Whereas if I'm allowed to play around with something, then that bit of my brain's occupied, so I can actually listen to you.
So what do you say to those people that say just do a lot of activity instead of getting kids that have ADHD to just sit down and...
I do a lot of activity. And
then you still...
I still, yeah. No,
you still fidget.
It doesn't switch off.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't switch off. I'm
right.
Running 100 miles an hour all the time.
Right.
In my head, just... Yeah. But no, it's manageable. We're managing it slowly.
Yeah.
If you look at my girlfriend's face, you can see that weariness, and she's tired. She's just like, please let him shut up, just for 5 fucking minutes. Let him shut up.
That's why you're perfect for podcasting.
Perfect. Yeah. I refer to her like she's like the off mic star of this show because I'm constantly talking to her and about her. But she's never come on here.
What? When are you going to finally have her on?
I should, but she won't.
And do comedy at least.
She should do comedy. She lectures. She's a scientist, and she lectures to students, like med students.
So this would be nothing.
But that'd be nothing. But she's also very funny, which she doesn't think she is. But we'll get her up here one day.
Yeah.
Sam, I'm going to kick you off.
All right,
so I can get Jake up here. Good luck tonight. I look forward to your MC skills.
Thank you. Hopefully I do all right.
Yeah. When you bring me up, say something funny. I don't know. Just go, this guy never shuts the fuck up.
He has ADHD, guys.
He does, yeah.
Go easy on him.
And grab Jake for me.
Trying to hug you.
Jake is right now hugging the MC. I think he's looking for favors, but...
Totally.
He's unplugged our mics. I mean, no, not our mics, just our headphones, which is probably good. It's all right. Not a disaster yet. No, there we go. Just stick it in there. It's all right, Jake. I promise you I won't edit this out.
So I didn't want to sit because my anus hurts.
Yeah, you're having rectal problems. What's going on there?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's like something I ate or
someone you dated. No?
Yeah, maybe. It could be someone I dated. Like that wouldn't. No, but that's a thing though. That's a thing. If it was like because of anal sex, I'd be fine with that because I'd know why it hurts and I would have enjoyed it.
Yeah, at least you were suffering the consequences of something fun, but instead you just have this mystery rectal pain.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's something I ate. It just really hurts.
No, don't worry. I'm right there with you. I'm on a waiting list for a colonoscopy right now.
Ah, fun times.
Do you know what that is?
Is something goes up your butt?
Yeah, it's where they stick a camera up your ass.
Oh, not fun.
And apparently it goes up a long way. It's like 3 feet long and it's like a tube.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome to the Mad Dog Medical Cast with Billy Joe and Jake Budge.
For all your rectal problems.
Oh, any problems?
What's been going on? You did a comedy show dressed as a bunny the other night. How was that?
Bunny, man. Dog, mate.
Dog, sorry.
Dog, mate. Yeah, it went well. Yeah, it got pretty wild. 70 uni students showed up.
Nice.
So
I would have come, but I didn't have a spot.
I
was going to come dressed as a loser truck driver.
Mate, that's what you are, though.
I know, it's easy.
But you have to.
I don't have a lot of range.
When you're not gigging, you have to go to like gigs and like kind of, show your face. And
I know. I've got a whole family and things I got to do. Every spare moment of mine. Every time I'm not at a comedy club, I'm basically doing something that's
getting
a responsibility.
Rectum exam and
my rectum examined. Yeah.
Oh,
what else is new?
Worse.
How's your bike going?
Yeah, my bike's going good. My brakes were broken, so I got new brake pads, I guess they're called.
Yeah.
And because I was squeezing on them really hard, my brakes, and it wouldn't break.
Yeah. Which is important. You need to be able to stop.
Yeah, definitely. Well, that's a good thing. I used to have to do the old foot in the tire.
Yeah, I've done that.
Yeah. Not fun. Well, it doesn't hurt your foot if you do it right.
If you do it right, it shouldn't hurt your foot at all. Yeah, but it will fuck your shoes up.
Like that rather than like that.
Yeah.
I was pointing my foot. It's not visual joke for a...
No, this podcast's all about visual jokes.
Yeah.
What are you doing
tonight?
So
the guy flicking a fidget spinner.
I have to, otherwise I can't listen to you. No,
I want that.
You can try it. But literally, don't take it away from me, otherwise this show's over.
But yeah, I'm doing some jokes about some new stuff I haven't done often, trying to work it, make it funny.
Yeah.
Thursday I have a gig at Stand Up in that attic in Chapel Street. So do that. Friday night, going to Jong's Barwon Club to have a few drinks.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I did get the invite, but I've got my child that night.
That's cool, man.
Oh, no, I don't have my child Friday night, but I'm in Melbourne that night.
Go to Geelong, get your drink on.
Oh, I'd love to, but I just can't. It's just too much logistics, too many logistical
problems. Bring Mel down, we could drink together.
Yeah, that was fun the last time we drank together.
It was fun.
Remember that at Beebs Bar?
Yeah, I was going to say another thing.
Yeah.
You know that bar in North Melbourne we went to that time?
Yeah, Voltaire.
No, opposite Voltaire, the town hall bar.
Yeah.
I now go there every time before Friday
it's the best
to
bar
drink,
ever.
and the guy knows my drink order now.
Are you going there this Friday night?
No, Barwon Club.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, you just said that.
Mike is talking to Billy. It's dramatic. So Mike is basically asking Billy, hey, man, when do you want a spot? Didn't ask me when I won the spot.
I can't. See, the thing is, Jake, I can't pull rank, but I'm old and I have to get up
I'm
early.
working. I'm making the show funny. This is true dedication. I want to talk about something.
Yeah, go for it.
Just quickly.
I want you to talk about something.
Yeah,
We've
so
got 9 minutes. So.
People, right?
Yeah.
I'm sick of like...
People? I'm fucking sick of people.
No, not
too.
people though.
Oh, right.
I'm sick of like those people that like when they're in the park, they just like let their dog like run off. Like I'm okay with it depending on the park.
Yeah.
But sometimes like it's a park full of picnics and people.
Yeah.
Maybe just walk up a bit further, then let your dog on the leg because you're on the food and that. And
Exactly. No, they piss me off too.
But, like, do you know what annoys me more? Those people are okay. Those people aren't that bad. People who don't pick up their dog's poop.
Yeah, no, they should die in hell. I
Yeah,
agree.
we put our poo in the toilet. They could at least put up their dog's poo and put in the bag. Not that hard. Just pick it up.
It is funny. Like, I remember walking my dog once, and I was in a period of my life where I was, like, having a lot of upheaval, but I was feeling like I was starting to get things together. And my dog took a dump, and I picked it up in a bag, and I was walking along, and I was just thinking, I am literally taking an animal out for a walk and carrying its feces in a plastic bag. I think this dog's doing better than me.
Yeah, but you realize, like, well, it's getting you to carry its shit. It's doing pretty well.
It's
like,
doing well.
imagine if, like, you, like, was carrying my shit. That would be, like, weird for that to happen.
That would definitely be
but
quite
we do it
weird.
to pets, it's fine. Like, that's a normal thing.
Yeah,
like, if I walk into a bar with pets in a bag, I can say, sorry, my dog's out the front. I just want to have a quick beer. That's acceptable. But if I carry my own shit, oh, no.
Nah, not good at all. No,
Not
people
good.
aren't into that.
Not good.
What's the time here? I think we're going to wrap this up in a minute because I've got to go pee before we start the show.
Yeah,
so,
cool. And you'll be up early. That was way too... I grabbed the fidget spin off Billy's leg, but it was way too close to his crotch.
It was right next to my penis. That little mound right there is one of my testicles, and I think your fingertip might have brushed it a little bit.
Yeah, that's gross. I'm
okay with it. I'm weirdly okay with it.
Also, I want to try something on the Dogcast,
Yeah,
so Dogcast listeners, if you listen to this podcast, I have a fan Facebook page, Jake Budge Comedian, Budge. It's my last name. You don't even have to like my page. Just post on the wall saying that you listen to the Mad Dogcast.
Ooh, that's a good experiment.
Yeah. Or even if you
I have one of
don't
those pages too, and I haven't published it. I have exactly 0 followers.
I'll follow you. But even if you don't want to do that, go to the Mad Dog Podcast and just like it if you haven't already, and just like post to say you've like listened to this episode.
Yeah,
just
that would be cool.
I listened to it. It was funny. It wasn't funny. Just
Billy
give us
never
a
shuts
review.
up.
Billy never shuts up. That Jake guy, it gets gross. He
Give Billy
talks
back
about
his fidget
gross
spinner.
things. But yeah, definitely like do that. It would be fun too.
Oh, that'd be cool.
I have one more thing I want to talk about.
Go for it.
I started a Facebook page as a joke a while ago called Pictures of Ducks. When I just post pictures of ducks. I boosted a Facebook page, so a post, that's when you pay. The post gets seen by more people. I put $30 into it. Guess how many people liked the post?
1,400.
Oh, not that much,
Oh,
man.
okay, sorry.
700.
That's pretty good.
700
Jesus.
post likes, 100 comments, 20 shares, 120 page likes in the space of like 2 days.
That's ridiculous.
And now my page went from like 14 likes. Now it's currently on 246. It's like...
that's pretty good. So
Yeah,
what you're saying is I need to boost my comment.
Oh,
my Billy
I
Joe
did that
comedian.
though. I did that. I got same amount of money. I got like 3 post likes and like 5 page likes. It's fucked. Cute ducks.
I got reported and I got my page taken down. They're like, this isn't a real person.
It's probably because you like kept posting dick pics. Don't do that.
My penis is the
Facebook's
funniest
not
thing
ready
about
for
me.
it.
Yeah.
Facebook's not ready for it.
All right,
So
we got to
one
wind this
more
up.
thing.
Oh, yeah.
I just want to say I love Mike. He's the best guy ever.
He is the best guy ever.
He's within. I wish he was at the back of the room so he would have listened to this while editing. Mike's the best guy ever.
He's the best. Mike's the best. Ladies and gentlemen, that has been the Dogcast for this week. And we will probably post a double header because Mike didn't post last week's one. So
Dog, dog, dog.
It's going to be a 2-episode week next week, folks. Enjoy that.
Dog.
Toodaloo. Woo.